Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Welcome back to the A to Z challenge. We are playing Cassiopeia. Pretty powerful champion in the right hands. Also in the right matchup. This is not a... Thank you, Sven, for the 100 biddies. Yeah, not the best matchup for a Cassio, and you know, it's not going to be dreadful in absolute damage. If I get to a Xerath, I destroy him. But that's the wording that I'm going to say. Like, getting to him is going to be the problem. Cassio is low to mid-range. Xerath is very high range. So getting him, getting to him is going to be hard. So if we can, though, and that's what we're going to try and do, then we will hopefully do very well. The Riven might be a Smurf, by the way. So she's got a 90% win rate on Riven. So yeah, might be a Smurf. I will say one thing. So far in this series, we have played 31 games in total. Dare I say, and I am going to say it, there actually hasn't been too many Smurfs. Genuinely, there actually has not been too many. So yeah, that's weird. So they've got an Amumu, they've got Fiora, we've got a Morgana jungle with Dark Harvest, Kai'Sa Alistair, and they've got Ezreal Thresh. So I'd give comp advantage probably to us. I think our all-in is so much stronger, but if the problem that they've got, if an Ezreal gets strong, I don't really care. Honestly, their scariest thing is if a Fiora gets strong, to me. You played 31 games. I thought there was only 26 letters in the alphabet. Nice.
So many strings.
We're uploading one video per champion, you pleb. Not letter. Why is she angry? She's got barrier.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I've never seen an AD carry go, I've got barrier. It's... Hmm? Hmm?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh. Synergy. Oh, yeah, maybe Oh, what the wah? What? What is that? People in this rating build the weirdest things I've ever seen. Tear of the Goddess Fiora. Why? She's dead. Is she trolling?
First blood.
I mean, that was actually weirdly close. If she actually had a Doran's item, she would have won that.
I'll take care of everything.
Oh! Oh! Xerath went all the way top lane and Riven got her base off. Now the Xerath is missing experience. Oh! Oh, that's a disaster. So Cassio, by the way, they actually changed the champion, or to be honest, quite a long time ago now. Hello, Zelge. If you last hit with your E, you get full mana back, so like any Q. So Cassiopeia is a very, very scary champion. Look at this damage. Look at that damage. Oh, we did get obviously level 2 advantage, but that's still so much damage. Well, Cassiopeia will be one of the best examples with WASD controls, because you basically will be able to permanently move and attack at the same time, because she has basically no, like, spell casts. Maya's going nuts. We must have a delivery. Whoa, 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 whoa. Getting ganked early by an Amumu. Okay. Crazy how much we get ganked. More mana, please.
Spineless? No.
I didn't use flash there, by the way. I'd rather just sometimes accept the death. Oh yeah, so we need to go through Cassiopeia's kit, because if there are newer players watching this for like what champions do, players are going to be like, Huz, boots. Cassio is the only champion in the league that cannot buy boots. I took way too much damage there from minions. Yeah, Cassiopeia's passive is she gains movement speed over the course of, I think, levels, but she cannot buy boots. And it's because she's a snake, so where would the boots go? But obviously that logic, like, the army does not also have feet. But, yeah. Nice, we got the 3 kills. But yeah, obviously there's been a lot more discussion about WSD. For the most part, like, obviously the community is still massively split about it, and it's always going to be. But majority of players that are decent at the game, I've been really interested in what people are saying, and yeah, majority of good players don't want it at all. I've really not seen people who are decent at the game. I'm dead. Wow. I got the kill. That's what I wanted, by the way. Before dying, I got one more Q off, and that's what got me the kill. Would it be if like Alistair tanked 1 tower shot or something or went for it, that would have been really good, but it's not the reality we're in. That's fine. I'm happy I got a kill at least. And again, look at the farm. Like, he's got 2 kills, I've got 1, but we're actually quite close on gold. But yeah, like, majority of players that are decent at the game don't want it. Most agree, like, it's going to be, and it's worth knowing, like, it's going to be completely unusable on a lot of champions in League. Like, you simply will not be able to use it on some champions. It just won't work. And then some champions it's going to be overpowered on. And then it's going to make it basically impossible to balance the champions that it's overpowered on, like Zeri. Zeri is going to be a nightmare. He will turn into potentially the most overpowered character in the game. But if you're a player that's like, no, I'm going to keep playing, you know, let's say you are a mouse keyboard player, and you're like, I love playing Zeri, she's my main, but I'm not going to move to WS&D. They're going to have to nerf your champion so much. Okay, why am I just getting camped? Dude, stop camping me, man. Well, I'm still convinced it's not actually going to go through. Ooh, I should get an assist if you get that kill. I hit the last Q there. Go on, lad. Oh, Mumu's here again. I haven't checked if they're duo yet. Oh, close Q. At least Morgana's trying to come mid lane. Are they duo? It doesn't say that they are. Sometimes, though, you go in the match history, look at their previous game, and then they were playing together the last game. Nope, not duo. So Amumu's just camping mid. And again, some junglers, it's worth knowing, majority of junglers have a preference to where they want to gank. Some prefer to go top, some prefer to go bot, a lot go mid. And that's just their preference. So.
You won't forget my embrace.
Bum, 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 bum. So both ganks, he's come from the same direction. So again, like I said, you know, a lot of junglers have a preference of where they want to gank. A lot of junglers also do the same gank quite often. How abilities are going to work. So from my knowledge, when it comes to WS&D, they're still going to be using Q and E for abilities, and then there's 2 other buttons that they'll be using. Obviously, like, you could just make it 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, you know, Smite uses WS&D movement and 1, 2, 3, 4 for abilities. So. Yeah, it could be shift. For players that may not be familiar with keybind controls, it may be a bit weird. Obviously, as like an high-level World of Warcraft player, like, yeah. got the stun off, that would have been huge. Oh. Don't know if I can get that. Oh, he's got the kill with Ignite. Oh. Nice. Mumu has to be back here, no? Riven! I would. What the hell? She took that fight willingly? That was crazy. What a fiesta of a game! Amumu's going AP early. To be fair, I went AP early on my game of Amumu because I was snowballing. I wouldn't recommend to go AP Amumu unless you're snowballing. And he's not really. Do you think he's doing the dragon? If he's not over there, he must be on the dragon. So I'm going to push this as quick as possible. And then I want to try and go over to the dragon. Ooh. Again, as I said, like, obviously the negative of this series, if you want to give a negative of such, is like I have to play champions in willingly kind of bad matchups. How's the enemy team doing? Oh, her Leandri's got the kill. Damn. I want to go back. Rod of Ages, bye. So again, people may obviously know, if you watched me for a long time, Huz, you don't like Rod of Ages. Typically no, but I don't like it on champions to me that it doesn't make sense on. So like when Ari was buying it, I never liked that. Cassiopeia makes sense. She's, as you've seen this game, she's a low to medium range battle mage that is having to take damage realistically because of her range to do damage. So going something that gives her a high amount of health makes sense.
Violence is
She also scales really well, by the way. Champs that scale really well, it makes more sense to go Rod of Ages on. Again, Ari has never scaled immensely well. So it's where I was very confused that Rod was popular on her. Nice. Dude, this Morg is doing great. He's also getting buffed next patch. This Morg is like, I do not need the buff. Oh. Huh? You could try and teleport away. Oh. What's the goal here, bro? Ah! The humanity! I'll take the XP. I nearly flashed over that. For those that I Huz, what the hell was that? I nearly flashed over the stun. That was like a couple of pixels. Couple of pixels.
keep your enemies close and me closer.
I finally have hit the tower. He's done it. The chance of Mumu's coming bot, like, down that way. Say hi. He actually based. I still don't understand why she has a tier. Happy feet! Kill the tower. Kill the tower. You can still get feet of strength if they get first tower, but yeah.
Every problem is an opportunity.
Oh, they're gonna get the tower. To be fair, Alistair's roamed a lot. Thresh hasn't, Alistair has, so he'll give the advantage. I think. Nice. He'll give the advantage of tower to the support that isn't roaming, obviously.
Your turret has been destroyed. Turret plating will soon
Oh.
fall.
Well, Cassiopeia does gain from, for those that are like, what does Cassiopeia gain? Cassio does gain stuff from Feat of Strength. This Morgana. Jeez. Yeah, if you get Feat of Strength on Cassiopeia, she gets something. I can't exactly remember what it is right now. It actually had to be nerfed at the beginning of the season because it was too strong. What she got if you got Feat of Strength. She's funny.
Not so easy to get out of your system.
Oh, wait, really? Okay, someone looked into their profile. Apparently, this player might be a Kai'Sa top lane player, this Fiora. No, so they... Wait, really? That still doesn't even make sense, though. They're not on Kai'Sa. A lot of cheese players in this rating bracket. Darius top lane, Kai'Sa top lane. Teasing really doesn't help you climb that much. Like, it really doesn't.
Shut down.
Damn.
An enemy has been slain. Why didn't she go for me? I was dead. I was 100% dead. What happens if a Mumu lands a Q on me and I have W on him? He won't move, I don't think. Like what you see.
I'll probably get stunned or rooted, whatever it officially is, but he won't come to me. So are you real? Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, they actually played Kai'Sa top lane. Oh. Hell. They played Kai'Sa top and they rushed here. Did they not realize, like, to be honest, facially, Kai'Sa and Fiora are pretty similar to each other. Did she get confused? Oh, can he not even use the Q if he's on my W? Oh, wow. Someone has just said he can't even use the Q at all if he's on my W. As he can. So I go over Cassio's kit a little bit more. So again, movement speed is a passive. The Q is like a circle, basically, that does... It's a dot damage over time. But if you hit a champion, Cassio gains more movement speed. The W is kind of a fan, so the closer you do it, you can just have it in a circle, but the further away it can be like a larger area. Again, this kind of is magic damage. It will apply any dots you may have, so if you have, like, the Omdries, obviously it'll apply it. The ultimate is, obviously this champion is based on Medusa from Greek mythology. The ultimate that you just kind of saw there is if people are facing you as you throw it, you actually stun them. Oh my god. Dude. This enemy team plays really bizarre. Ezreal didn't get involved in the fight, but just waited around the corner. Dude, he should be dead. There's no way. Kai'Sa, just do something. He's dead if I'm pretty sure if Morgana just presses W. But yeah, if they're facing you and you throw it at them, they get stunned. If you don't hit them in the face, like they're not looking at you, it still slows them. So it's still not the worst thing to even just do. No, she's quite a good champion. Like, she's a good champion, but I do think she's been kind of moved to the side because of how strong and that the kit's of modern champs, almost. She is kind of one of those examples, I would say.
I like to leave a lasting.
Fairly expensive build because, again, she scales immensely well. So you basically want to build into that, buying scaling items with her. Her E, by the way, is this Twin Fang ability that you can rapidly cast. It doesn't do much damage at all unless the target is poisoned. So either on your Q or your W. So you want to try and, you know, maximize that. So you can see that grounded. So that Ezreal might have been trying to use his E. He cannot use his E because my W means you cannot use anything mobility. Yeah, like a... Not Teemo doesn't do anything of that nature. Like Singe W.
Spineless? No.
What?
Flexible.
Ellie? Oh, that was a miss! Whee, that was a bad miss. He's dead, but like, damn. Oh, no, man. What the hell? The Fiora is playing with the Amumu and the Thresh. You don't really do damage there, Mr. Amumu. Again, you can see my basically Cassio, even though she has kind of dots, she is a DPS character, damage per second. She can do so much damage just kind of pumping it out. No, I'm mid. I wouldn't play Cassiopeia top. I wouldn't promote Cassio top at all. So we're also, just to say where we are at when it comes to Cassiopeia, we're not even in like the area of the game right now that we realistically do a lot of damage. So these two items, they give you the core when it comes to survivability on the character. The next item, Riley, gives you kind of ease of access, that you're slowing people, which basically enables you to hit more of your spells, which makes you do more damage. Realistically, your damage won't fully begin until like 4th, 5th item. And that's kind of one of the negatives of this character, is if your whole team gets stomped in the early game, there's not a lot you can do to help them because you're just scaling. It takes ages to scale. But if you can get to late game, he is very powerful. She is, sorry, very powerful. Thank you. You can see me, and this is why I will say, hopefully this game has been a kind of an interesting example of why this champion will be fundamentally broken with a WTS. I have to maximize my spells, which is rapidly firing abilities, while clicking to move to dodge stuff. When I've got WASD, half of that skill is just completely taken away. I don't know what you're doing, bro. But you're a tier of the goddess Fiora. You're not going to be doing that much. So yeah, the fact that I will be able to basically be pinpoint accurate with my abilities on Cassio, while WASD, so my whole... Yeah, it's going to be too strong on this champion, I would say. Zeri is the ultimate example, but even this champion is going to be silly on. Ezreal is going to be silly on. Oh, spicy. Nice. Very nice. So there's now Riley. I'm going to go top lane because we may as well continue the pressure. Hits him. And then, yeah, the next item is realistically where our damage will actually... Like, don't get me wrong, at this stage, our damage isn't bad, but our damage is only going to get crazier and crazier. Leandre's would be the next item. And then realistically, like, Death Cap. Synergy. Synergy. Oh, perfect synergy. So that grounded, by the way, he can't take Thresh Lantern. He should be dead. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine, and we win the fight. We take those. So I will say there is a world. If you're like the best Cassiopeia player in the world, basically, you might not need Riley. What Riley is doing is, again, it's slowing people that basically makes you like hit your spells more accurately. So if you're an insanely good Cassio, you might not need the Riley slow. What rank would I recommend playing Cassio? I think, again, she's a bit of a higher rank champion for the very basic premise of she takes too long to become absolutely useful. The lower rating, for me, you should play more impactful earlier game champions, because let's face it, in low rating, if people get really behind, they often get more demoralized and the game's kind of over. So, but if you, let's say you're playing mid lane, but your top laner has just got an absolute tear and your top laner's 5-0 after 15 minutes, you're like, hell yeah, we can win this game. It's a morale boost when someone on your team is taking the reins in the early game. So I would more often play a lane bully or something like that in low rating. Obviously, this series we're playing anything, but that's what I would say. So for me, I wouldn't recommend Cassio probably below Emerald, because she just takes a little bit too long to come online. What the helly? That miss. Again, he did all that effort to escape, but then he just kind of got dead anyway. I'll be straight up say it. I'm surprised they haven't tried to introduce Cassiopeia jungle with what Riot's been doing with weirdy, cheesy picks recently. So to maximize your E, by the way, up here you can obviously see things when things are applied. Well, she just double killed. But yeah, pretty stompy game. Obviously, I think the Riven might be a Smurf. But to be honest, even if the Riven wasn't a Smurf, Tira the Goddess Fiora was always going to probably do quite bad. So, you know.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
He can't use a Q. Nice. There we go. So that is Cassiopeia finished. Very good game. Oh. But yeah, she's a strong champion. Lane phase is her weakness. Again, especially so early 2v1s. She doesn't struggle well amazingly in the early game. She actually, as the game goes on, gets better at 2v1s. But, yeah. Do you have to play one champ till you win? It has to be a video. It has to be a good video. So we've uploaded losses. We will continue to upload losses where it's a good example of the character. I didn't want it to have to be wins, because then it basically, you know, a majority of the games are going to be wins. But if I was like, right, this series, I upload it, a win on a champion is a video, then you know if you're tuning into the video, it's a win. It's a little bit boring. So, you know, we have uploaded losses. We will continue to upload losses where let's say I play really good. I show what the champion can do, but my team isn't doing too well. Well, it's still okay to upload. But there we go. We went 8-4, 14, 22.2k damage. So actually beating out a Poke Xerath is quite a lot, because again, he should be doing a lot more damage in Poke. But overall, pretty good game. That Morgana absolutely popped off, which is pretty good to see. But yeah, bit of a weird one. Obviously, as we said, that Fiora Do you know the weird thing too? 20 hours ago, she played Fiora top lane with Tyr, and she went 1-8. So the 2 games that I can see in her match history that she's played Fiora top recently, she 1 day ago before that, she played Mura Mana Fiora. She lost the game as well. She buys Tyr on nearly every champion she plays, by the look of it. If it's got like mana, she buys Tyr. That's weird. Is there a champion you mechanically struggle with? Not really. But anyway, that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed, do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Welcome to the Rift, where the legends play. It's HuzzyGames bringing skill every day. From tips to tricks and play so fine. You'll learn the game and have a good time. Thanks for watching, you're the real MVP. Hit that like and sub, join the family tree.